Hello, everyone. It's Nancy Rebecca, and this is Thursday Morning Live. And today we're talking about the April frequency forecast for 2022, and it is all about choice points. So, April frequency forecast 2022, all about choice points. So, just give you all a moment to start coming in. I am live on Facebook as well as on YouTube. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Everyone, I have 4 pages of notes. And for you who've been following me for a couple of years, you know, I'm always trying to keep everything in that 30-minute time range. So we can keep our fingers crossed that I will do that today. So good morning, Wilma and Phyllis. Where is everybody checking in from today? We're starting to get a lot more people from other places in the world. So that's really exciting. Good morning, Rebecca from YouTube. So it's nice to know that that's working as well. So just kind of waiting. We've got quite a few of you on. Good morning, Denise from Summerland, BC. So today is March 31st, 2022. So tomorrow is April 1st. Tomorrow is also known as April Fool's Day. But April's an exciting month. I mean, I'm excited about it. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but always the results, even when it's not easy, once we kind of, whether we stroll out the other side or whether we're spit out the other side of transformation, it's always a good thing. So from my perspective as a psychic healer, as a clairvoyant, and teaching psychic mastery on 3 different levels, I can just tell you it's always a good thing. And so I often, if I'm having a big shift and it's like, you know, a swear word every other second, it's like, oh, I know this is going to be good. I know that the results on the other side are going to be good. If the transformation seems pretty big. So hello, Donna from Florida. Hello, good morning from Arrowwood and Colorado Springs and Red Deer, Alberta. Hello, good morning enthusiastically from Lucia Brody, and hi, Aisha. It is a most sacred morning. So let me get started so I can try to fit into my 30-minute time slot that I'm always trying to give myself. So April, all about major choice points, major choice points. And what Spirit is showing me is as we kind of, you know, get to the end of the road, what feels like the end of the road, what feels like, what do we do? Do we go forwards? Do we go backwards? But there are 2 clear choice points. We're either going to go right or we're going to go left. Where in the past, these 2 lines would kind of run parallel and you could kind of hop from one to the other. These are almost 2 opposing choices. But the beauty about it is that both choices, again, end up in a good place. But when you're trying to kind of struggle and suffer with that choice point, boy, it can just feel like it's just major. It's like, this is my life. You know, if I choose to shift jobs, or if I choose to stand up for myself and set boundaries, or if I choose to move to another state, or if I get in this relationship with this person, I mean, this could be life-changing for me. And it's like, yeah, so big deal. Life changes. And so remember, your spirit loves change, your spirit loves amusement, your spirit loves imagination and playfulness, and your body can be very serious about these things. So anyway, even the littlest decisions can feel like mountains right now. And believe me, I know I've been having to make some major decisions over the last few weeks, and it just feels, I feel like I'm like this steel beam and immovable. It just, my body feels immovable, like, no, no, not doing it. And yet spiritually, I know I need to make these shifts. So we are kind of in the middle of this what I call at the global level and even at the personal level. It's like this chess match where you've got the white pieces and you have the black pieces. And there's, white makes a move, black makes a move, white makes a move, black makes a move. And it can be quite strategic. We're kind of seeing that play out at the third dimensional realm. I don't know about you guys, but past couple of years, I've been trying to learn how to be strategic. I'm kind of an in the moment kind of gal. I'm the kind of person who tends to make the leap off the cliff and build the plane on the way down. And so it's like, oh, strategy about life, goal setting about life, intentional about life. Really been pressed by my spirit guides to, if we're going to live in this manifesting world where you create everything, yeah, you want to be a little more conscious about what you're creating. And this kind of leads me to tomorrow is April 1st, and it's a new moon. So I'm going to pull a little bit from Pam Gregory, one of my favorite astrologers, but she's just talking about this full moon on new moon. So as she describes, every new moon is always a great time on that day to set your intentions about, remember, goal setting, being strategic, setting intention, making a plan, writing it down, scheduling it out. The new moons are always fantastic for that. So we've got that coming up tomorrow. But as Pam Gregory said, tomorrow is an even bigger deal in April. Why? Because in the amongst astrologists, they look at April 1st as the new year. So, we look at it as January 1st is the new year. And then the Chinese New Year was February 1st. So they view that as this, I think, the first full moon of the season of the year. But in astrology, April 1st is the new year because April starts the astrology. So you will have the Aries, and you'll have Taurus, and you'll have Gemini, and then I think it's Cancer. So it's viewed as, and I have a lot of Aries friends that are having birthdays this month. So happy birthday, everyone. But for Aries, they're like that they come in as spirit. Now, often they'll be described as new spirits, but I don't know, the friends I know, they seem pretty ancient to me in their wisdom, but they chose purposefully to come into a body that's born in April so that they can be the forefront movers, that they're gonna make these playful paths. The image that I have is like going to the beach and you've got the tall grasses, and that they're making this path as they skip and play and do cartwheels heading towards the sea. That's very much an Aries, very, very playful, very childlike. So they can appear as if they're not wise, but that's not true either. But they're also quite fiery. They're going to really push through. And what I call Aries is going to help us this month in April to build our inner strength, build our inner resilience. Certainly playfulness is always going to come along with Aries, but it's also that trust and faith. Like they have enormous, at least the Aries that I know, have high levels of trust and faith that we're going to make it. We're going to be on the other side of this. So that's going to infuse you as well. No matter what astrological sign you are, that's going to influence you. So when I talk about this chess match, these black pieces and white pieces, that's symbolic of the light and the dark. And it doesn't take a psychic to say, yeah, we're in a battle right now. And I remember back in January seeing that battle when I kind of looked up in the higher dimensional realms, and it's like, whoa, there's a knockdown, drag out fight going on way up there between the light and the dark. And then I just saw it just get closer and closer and closer and closer. And of course, now that it's in the 3D realm, we know exactly, we can see it in the blow by blow in the news today. But now let's take it to another level. What's happening inside of you? What's happening inside of you? There are these battles between the light and the dark, or what they'll call, the illuminated self and then the shadow self. Now, is one better than other? No, we live in a dichotomy world where we bring it in balance, where we can live in peace, where we can manage our energy field. So you're going to be really tested this month when it comes to making choices about how you're going to manage that. Is that shadow side going to rule the day, or is the light side going to rule the day? And I will tell you, it's been like this. It's like, for me, it's like, ooh, this kind of nastiness came up. And then it's like, nope, that's that choice point. I'm going to choose to look at this situation differently. So that's what I mean by major choice points. Also, when I'm talking about at the dimensional realm. So when I'm peeking in at the higher dimensional realms, I'm no longer spiritually seeing that battle between the light and the dark happening at the higher realms. I'm seeing this real turquoise light. I'm going to call it like a mermaid light. Very has lots of blue edges around it, and it's like this lovely elixir. You know, like if you put bath oils in your bath, it just feels really relaxing. But it's not totally here yet on the earthly plane. It's still way up there, but tap into it. Do that in your meditation so that you can feel it's like, okay, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So anxiety, depression, mental instability, emotional instability, health. Oh my gosh. How many of you, oh, I wish you could raise your hands. I mean, it's like, how many of you are having health issues? How many of you are finding yourself go to the doctor and then they say, we're not finding anything wrong with you? And so there's just a lot of big shifts going. And so what the spirit world is showing me, it's like this, you're on this boat and there is some rough waters that we're in, rocking back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And it's like, who can hang on to the, to the wheel? Who can hang on to the side of the ship? So, yeah. And as Paisley's saying from YouTube, she's like, yeah, but it's beautiful all at the same time. This is what kind of makes us a little crazy, because there's so much beauty coming up in the world right now. I mean, look at how our entire world is getting united. And I'm so excited that I found myself last night knowing I was going to come on this morning at 7, and I'm so excited. And I'm like, okay, Nancy, keep your exuberance down to a dull, whisper. But anyway, I can't help it. I'm excited. My spirit's excited. So, but the beauty, and that's what it's like, the beauty about this rocking boat is that, and it feels unsettling, and these are challenges, but what it's doing for us, even if you're the one that falls into the water, even if you're the one that's battered around by the waves, the beauty about it, as Paisley is saying, it's like we're getting in touch with some deep strength that we have inside, some really deep strength. All right. Oh my God, I'm so excited. All right. A lot of you may not know about me, but I lived in South Africa, and I've been back and forth to South Africa a lot. And I had a calling to work with the Zulu Sangomas. So I will just say that. And they are diviners or shamans or medicine people. And so off and on for 3 years, I traveled there to train, went through the initiation and the graduation. So one of the things that I do is bones divination readings. So this is the point that I want to make. I haven't done them in a couple of years for anybody but myself, and for choices that I'm trying to make if I really feel like I'm hitting that wall. And you can do very similar things like with meditation cards. You can get a nice deck and get some insight, or definitely on YouTube, they have a lot of tarot readers that are quite fun. So you can find a favorite one. But what I want to say is I threw the bones several times in the past few weeks. And there's a bone that there's several bones that came up. So I'm going to show you the first one because they wanted to come out. So this is a seed. It's this large brown seed. This seed represents doubt. So if I pick up the bones, which can be shells and all kinds of trinkets and things like that, if I pick them up and I throw them on the mat, this bone kept landing smack in the middle of everything. And the ancestors kept saying, if you just clear that doubt, Nancy, the choices are going to be much clearer for you to make. So just let you know, it's called the bone. It's about doubt. All right. Let me see if I can show you these. I don't know if I can. Yeah, there they are. These bones are little tiny bones, and they keep showing up scattered throughout everything. What these bones mean is making things more complicated than they need to be. So I had these two kept showing up in everything I was doing. And so that's what the ancestors say. Stop making things more complex than they need to be. Let go of the doubt, let go of the doubt. And the faster you can make a decision and get to the action step, the clearer your head's going to be. Now, I'm going to show you just two more bones and then I'll get back to my talk here. Because I want to explain this because this is huge for April. Huge. All right. I have, oh, you can't see them this way. Let me see if I can see the difference. Okay, you can kind of see this one. All right. And then I have this one. This one's, they're both anaconda bones. One's kind of little and one has this little tail there. All right. This bone, if it showed up in your reading, means that you are transforming, illuminating, awakening. The changes you're making are on the inside of you that's going to impact your outer world. So let's say that an inner choice you might have is you want to feel happier. So you're going to meditate. So meditate over that sadness, or you're going to take a walk and things like that. You're going to maybe stand up for yourself. Maybe you're going to make that internal choice to speak up more. Maybe you're going to make that internal choice to set boundaries with friends and family that you never did before. Maybe you're going to make that choice to finally go back to school and do that career that you always want to do. So you're going to make the changes on the inside, which is going to impact your world on the outside. Now, this particular bone, so it has two, there we go, two extended pieces on, oh, I can't do this, on this end and on this end. That anaconda bone means external transformation. So let's say that you've got somebody in your life and all of a sudden maybe they're telling you, they're setting a boundary with you. All right. So it's coming from the outside in. Maybe you lost your job. Okay, that's going to be an external choice. Maybe you have to move. That's going to be an external choice. Maybe you've had this car that you've limped along and suddenly it finally breaks down and now you're forced to go get a new car. And by the way, there aren't any cars to be had right now. But anyway, those are external events that rock your world to force you to make internal changes. So why do I bring up my anaconda bones? Because in every single reading, both of these bones keep showing up. So what's happening in April? You are changing on the inside. That is changing your external world, and your external world is shifting and kind of battering like the waves to force you to insist that you make those internal changes. So you're getting hit from the inside out and the outside in. And as Paisley said, it's beautiful too. Because it is. But if you just want to know why you're maybe feeling a little turned upside down, that's the reason why. So the ancestors keep coming through and saying, yeah, this is a big time of growth. So again, no doubt it's hard, but it's worth the effort. It's going to be worth the effort and the weight of your choices. Also at this time, people are choosing to cross over. So I don't know about you, but I've had several friends who have left. Some are right at that choice point and making that choice point, whether to stay here in the human body on earth or return to the spirit world. There is a rapid ascension of a lot of souls that are saying, okay, I've done my work here on the earth. I'm going to ascend, crossover. I'm going to leave my body behind, and I'm really going to help the forces in the spirit world. So we're seeing a lot. I don't know if any of you are experiencing that, but that's coming up big time. Let's talk about April 12th. Jupiter and Neptune, they're really doing this dance. April 12th is a big, 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 big day. So why? Because the inner mystic is getting sparked. That inner mystic. Remember these two bones? Inner and outer transformation that come together, and boom, the inner mystic is awakening. Somewhere I wrote about the inner mystic and what, I looked up the definition of mystic. Mystic is a person who seeks through contemplation and meditation this process of self surrender so that they can obtain unity with and absorb the divine, the absolute, believing in the spiritual truth that goes beyond the intellect. So it doesn't mean if you're a mystic, you have a crystal ball. It means that you are moving towards more of that unity consciousness, where you are following more of that spiritual information, and you're overriding the mind's need to kind of boss you and everybody else around. All right. Mermaid energy. Pam Gregory is talking a lot about mermaid energy. I love mermaid energy. I have my mermaid cup this morning. Sparkles, sparkles, sparkles. I have a really good friend who's going to be very happy about that because she's a very sparkly person. So, all right. Yeah, thank you, Claudia. I love that definition about the mystic as well. So you in April, we're already starting. It started like a couple of weeks ago with the mermaid energy. The mermaid energy is a very high frequency. Mermaid energies are very uplifting, very playful, very joyful. So it really matches quite well with the Aries, who are that new sign for the year. And the one thing I didn't mention about Aries and the new year with astrology, what you intend and you sit with tomorrow to strategize your life, goal set for your life, is going to be in play for the next 12 months. So this is what makes this new moon different in April. It's not just for the month, it's for the next 12 months. So this is what the mermaid energy, you're going to experience this like water waves of mermaid energies as well. Imagine everything as sparkles. Would you like a cup of tea? This is what they said. Would you like a cup of tea? Sparkles. Would you like to go run errands with me? Sparkles. Would you like to go to lunch? Sparkles. Oh, are you wanting to start a fight? Sparkles. So everything is just very, very sparkly. So, oh my God, Gina Taylor is saying she has a sparkly mug with a mermaid sticker on it. I love it. I love it. Mermaids delight in absolutely everything, but they are certainly not above standing up to you for talking that your talking might try to dampen their sparkles. They'll definitely stand up and just throw more sparkles at you. So this is a very sparkly, sparkly month. Okay, then we have Easter. Oh my gosh, I have so much to say, you guys. All right. April 17th is Easter. So as Easter, we kind of know the story of Jesus, and Jesus was resurrected and ascended. During this time, every year, things that are old that do not serve you. So April 17th is going to be this date for you. So you want to really, again, be intentional tomorrow on the new moon and all throughout April. What are you ready to allow to die within you? It's like, it's like, oh, I get annoyed easily. I want to let that die. I stand in the background and I never speak up. I want to let that die. I've always hung on to my long hair because I'm afraid to let it go. I'm going to let that die and get a haircut. So it's like, what are you going to allow to die? And then what strengths what strengths, what sparkles, what joy, what beauty, what healing, what kind of justice energy are you going to allow to rise and resurrect from those deep hidden places within you? April 18th is when we're going to start to see a little bit of cloudy days, headaches, foggy brain, confusion, of course, big doubts. Spirit's telling me that you're going to have some big decisions that have to be made, and it's time for you to stand up, sparkle, and make clear decisions even in the fog. That's when your clarity is going to become brighter. And of course, grounding is absolutely your friend. So, love. And then I asked the spirit realm, do you have any other message? And they said, yeah, love every minute, every moment of your life. This is the key. Every moment sparkle. Somewhere in the world, there is a joyous moment. So it's like, okay, I'm feeling a bit rough today, but somewhere in the world, there's a joyous moment. And so the angels, the spirit guides are saying, so why don't you be that joyous moment in the world? So yeah, this is all about April. Exciting stuff. Okay, yes, my excitement is overflowing, and I'm glad that you can feel it. And yes, thank you for offering gratitude about my sharing of the bones, because that's a deeply personal relationship that I have with my bones. And this is the first time they've ever allowed themselves to be on camera. So, all right, we're going to do just a little meditation to let go of doubt, and we're going to bring in some sparkles. And so let's go ahead and close your eyes. And no worries if you have to leave right away to go to work. This will be recorded so you can listen to the meditation later. So go ahead and close your eyes and turn within, and just take a nice deep breath. And as you just let it out, just let your shoulders drop and let yourself kind of drop into your hips, kind of rock. Feel those, like the sits bones is what they're called, those little bony bones in your bottom. Rock back and forth. They will signal to your brain to calm. When you touch those bones, signals your brain to calm. So just rock back and forth a little bit. Remember, April 12th is that Jupiter Neptune energy. So there's all this mermaid, so mermaids and mermen. So right now, let's play with some sparkly grounding. Let's imagine playing with that energy of the mer people, and imagine that you're grounding with mermaid or merman energy. Why not? World is serious. Let's play a little bit. Ground yourself to the center of the earth. Wonderful. Wonderful. Say hello to your spirit. And just set your intention. Ask your spirit to help you this month to be strategic, goal setting, coming up with a plan for your life for this month, but also the next 12 months. Ask your spirit to help you to feel more sparkly, whatever that means to you. And now, just keeping this meditation quite simple today, bring in the sparkles, sparkles of light, sparkles of every color of light to begin just flowing down through your entire energy field. And you're going to ask those sparkles, those lights, as it infuses your entire body and flows down your grounding, it's going to like a magnet collect doubt, the energy of doubt, and it's going to flush it right down your grounding. It's going to collect the energy of making choices harder than they need to be. Let it collect that as well and move down your grounding. So we're just going to take one full minute of quiet as you allow the sparkles to dissolve doubt and complexity around choices. I see several of you out there with my clairvoyance. Whew, you're struggling with a lot of doubt. So if you don't mind, I'll just help you a little bit more with your grounding. See if you can let go of a lot of that doubt. Life can feel so hard for so many at this time, but just please know that there are places and there are points in your life where it will not be so hard. Just keep tapping into that deep, deep inner strength. Of those that I'm watching that are letting go of a lot of doubt, just a lot of turquoise energy just came in. It's very like an aquamarine blue green as well, very goddess like energy with lots of sparkles in it. So it is my intention and prayer that that helps uplift you. And then the others of you that I'm watching, just lots of rainbow colors of sparkles. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and sense that sparkliness all over in your aura and in your chakras and your body and your attitude. Your attitude. So just remember, it's all about choice points. So before we finish up, the kind of the action step I'm going to ask from you is to, in the comment section, please write in the comment box what your experience was like, what spoke to you as you were listening to this frequency forecast for April, and what did you experience when you did the meditation, whether you're listening live now or listening to the recording later. I always love to read those. I want to let you know that because of these kind of deep um, dichotomies that are going on, I'm going to be doing a free workshop on the Facebook page and on YouTube, but on the intuition with precision. It is a private members only, but all you have to do to become a member is answer the question, say, I play well with others. That's basically it. There's no big resume needed. So next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'm going to be teaching a free 1 hour workshop every single day that I will kind of broadcast out to YouTube and that particular page about debilitating anxiety and how you can stay intuitively in the driver's seat of your life. So the link will be here in the box below if you are not a member on that page. All right. Thanks, everyone. Oh my gosh, Paisley. Oh my God, you are just so friggin' tapped in this morning. I missed a whole big section, so I'm just going to say a huge wave, energy wave of peace. About 75% of peace is the prevailing wind on the earth right now. So thanks, Paisley, for that little reminder. She put in peace in big bold letters, and that was part of my talk. All right, everyone, have an awesome, awesome day, an incredible weekend, and I hope to see you at my free workshop next week, either on YouTube or on Intuition with Precision on Facebook. All right, take care. Much love to you all.